Hello everyone, my name is Shijaz Abdulla. I lead solution architecture for AWS public sector, Amazon Web Services public sector in the Middle East and North Africa. My team of solution architects helps our customers across MENA come up with great solutions on the cloud that are scalable, highly reliable, secure, and well architected. Today, I'm going to talk to you about machine learning on the cloud. So machine learning, it's not a new topic, right? Machine learning has been around for quite some time. The thing with machine learning is that in recent years, we have seen that machine learning has been growing at a tremendous amount of pace. Historically, machine learning was limited to the major tech companies of the world and the academic research facilities, mainly because it's heavy on compute. Machine learning requires a lot of compute for training models and for doing the computation that goes behind these predictions and these models. But with the cloud coming in, a lot of that has changed. The cloud brings tremendous amount of compute power in the hands of individuals, in the hands of small and big organizations. And that has actually changed the equation quite a bit when it comes to machine learning. Compute is now readily available at a low cost and highly efficient. And that has led to this trend that we see today that a lot of organizations are actually adopting machine learning, are transforming with artificial intelligence, and they're moving from just piloting stuff to actually operationalizing things. At AWS, we believe that machine learning is at a tipping point. We are at that stage where we're seeing customers doing a lot of interesting things. One of the things that we see is that they're transforming their customer experience. When we talk about industries like retail or pretty much any industry where they're dealing with customers, they want to get insights from customers. They want to better serve their customers through conversational agents, for example, like chatbots, or through better interaction, through better personalization, by providing good recommendations to their customers in order to retain and develop new customers. We're also seeing the improvement of business operations using machine learning in the logistics space, in the transportation industry, in many industries where demand forecasting is required, where route planning is required, where operations can be improved by using machine learning. We're also seeing the increase in decision-making speed, the speed and accuracy with which decisions are made thanks to machine learning, for example, in the healthcare industry and other places. Overall, we see customers are innovating with machine learning in the cloud. We see that they find technologies like machine learning being a competitive differentiator for them as they compete with their competitors, and they actually differentiate themselves in the market. So let's take some real examples when it comes to these areas that I just talked about. One of our customers is Intuit. Intuit uses machine learning today to predict the demand of their contact center, the number of callers that they would expect during a period of time. And based on that, they are able to actually make sure that there are enough call center agents available to handle the demand. So they're using machine learning for that, and they're actually getting a better customer service experience because they're reducing wait times and also optimizing cost on that contact center. Another example very close to home in the Middle East is Aramex. Aramex uses AWS machine learning to develop models. They've developed models that actually help them predict accurately the transit times, the delivery timelines for packages. It's really been something that they've invested in, and they've seen results. Thanks to the model that they've developed together with Innowisdom, they are actually seeing a 74% increase in the accuracy of their transit time predictions. Another example is in the healthcare industry, where better decision making is done with Cerner. Cerner have developed a machine learning model that actually is able to predict congestive heart conditions 15 months before clinical manifestation. So that's actually a great story where this technology is actually helping improve the quality of life. NFL, in the sporting industry, we have NFL as one of our customers who have enabled more than 20 next-gen statistics, next-gen stats. So when fans and spectators are viewing a match in real time, they're able to get some analytics that show up in real time, combining the old historical data as well as the real-time data that's coming in and presenting a new experience for the viewers. So let's talk a bit about Amazon's own machine learning journey, right? So Amazon is one of those companies where we have actually been through that journey. We've been doing machine learning for the past 20 years, right? In our own industry, in our own, in our own things that Amazon does. Whether it's building models that help us to ensure that we have the right inventory, each of the products that we sell on Amazon.com, do we have enough of those? Are we prioritizing and having enough inventory by predicting the right demand? We have models for doing all these things to ensure that customers get the products that they order within the promised timelines. We've got Alexa, which is the voice behind the Echo devices. And billions of Alexa interactions happen every week in multiple languages. And that's voice recognition, that is understanding speech and reacting to that, text to speech. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, and Amazon has been pioneers in that space as well. When it comes to things like automated deliveries using our drones with Prime Air drone delivery, right? We did our first delivery 4 years ago. So we have pretty much we've been through that journey. We've built a lot of experience in our own machine learning journey. We know that it's a big cultural change for enterprises, but the thing is, with our experience, we believe it is within the reach of all our customers, of all enterprises across the world. It is within their reach, and we're here to actually share our experience and also put that experience in some of the services that we bring to our customers when it comes to AI and ML. Now, what's our mission at AWS? It is to put machine learning in the hands of every developer. Machine learning has been perceived as something that's difficult. You need data scientists, you need geniuses to make it work. But our objective at AWS is to put it in the hands of every developer. And we do that with the right kind of tools that we bring to you. Why should you choose AWS for machine learning? First of all, the breadth and the depth. We have the broadest and the deepest set of AI and ML services. Just last year, we released over 250 new capabilities just in the area of machine learning, so that everyone from developers to machine learning scientists can get the technology that they need to quickly develop their models and accelerate their adoption of ML. And lastly, it's built on the most comprehensive cloud platform that's out there, right? AWS has been around since 2006. We've got 14 years of experience. There is no compression algorithm for experience. And machine learning is not an island. When you choose a cloud for doing machine learning, you want to integrate that with the best of other services like storage, like compute, like analytics, like machine learning tools, compute, security. So all those things come together, and with our years and years of experience in the cloud, you actually get the right ecosystem of services that help you build on and innovate on the cloud. And machine learning is happening across the industry. We have seen customers of every size, from the brand new startups, the tech savvy startups, to the organizations that have been here for decades and centuries, right? We've seen customers using machine learning. Customers that you can see on the slide over here is just a selection of some of our customers, from Capital One to Siemens, to companies like 3M, companies like Infor, Slack, and many others. They're all using AWS machine learning to innovate on the cloud. And AWS is the cloud service provider that has more than twice as many customers using machine learning than any other cloud service provider out there. And we have the experience and the capability, and that's why customers trust our platform for that. So if I look at the machine learning stack at AWS, it's broadly divided into 3 bands. At the bottom that you see on the screen is the machine learning frameworks and infrastructure. This is basically compute. This is designed for people who, like data scientists, for example, who want to actually bring their own frameworks and get compute to run it on. We support all the major ML frameworks. TensorFlow, MXNet, and PyTorch are the popular ones, but you can bring your own models as well, or your own frameworks as well. We've seen TensorFlow is most widely used because of its resonance, because of the community that's behind it. More than 85% of the TensorFlow that runs on the cloud today runs on AWS. And that's a big statement, right? Customers, machine learning scientists, they trust AWS for their TensorFlow workloads. Moving up the stack, we have the ML services. We understand that working with compute directly and using ML frameworks can be a bit daunting for a lot of our users. And ML services like SageMaker help, right? We abstract that a bit more. You don't need to have in-depth knowledge of ML frameworks. You can still train and build your models. We provide the whole set of services, and I'll talk a bit about SageMaker today. And lastly, the top layer is AI services. These are democratized AI services ready to use. You don't need to know any machine learning to use those AI services at the top. So let's spend some time talking about the bottommost layer, which is the ML frameworks. As I said, it's compute, right? We support multiple ML frameworks. We've invested tremendously in this area. We've got the best compute that you can get, the most powerful compute at the best price performance ratio that you can get on the cloud. We have GPUs, we have CPUs, we have Intel and AMD CPUs that you can use, field programmable FPGA adapters. We've got Inferentia. Inferentia is a chipset that AWS developed based on Intel Xeon that's actually optimized for inferencing in machine learning. So we've got all that compute which is available readily for customers to use if they want to build their own ML frameworks directly on our compute infrastructure. Next, we have the ML services with SageMaker, and SageMaker basically demystifies a lot that goes into building machine learning models, right? Anybody who's tried to build a machine learning model knows that first of all it's complex, right? It's iterative. You have to bring your own algorithm, or you have to choose an algorithm that you want. Then you have to train and tune your model. Then you have to deploy the application, the ML application that you have. You have to manage. You have to keep monitoring it. You have to see if there are drifts in the patterns, and then you have to keep learning from that data that you gather to better your model. It's iterative. You keep improving your model based on that iteration. And the good news is that Amazon SageMaker is a service, a web-based UI that helps you do all those things right from the console, right? You don't need to know the depths of how these frameworks work and tweak things. You can actually, any developer can actually figure out how to build their own, train and deploy their own machine learning models using SageMaker. And lastly, if I were to talk about the AI services, these are ready to use AI services. They are pre-trained. They're already, we have done the groundwork. We have done the heavy lifting for our customers. If you can call an API and you can do it from your code, you can use any of these services. These are democratized AI services, no training required, nothing required. So for example, we have Amazon recognition for vision, detecting objects, detecting faces, detecting, text on a license plate, for example, that's recognition. We have speech services like Poly, which change text to speech, and Transcribe, which change speech to text. So, you can actually do speech analysis. We've got services for text analysis like Amazon Comprehend, which looks at a passage and tells you what that means, translate between languages. We've got TextRack to do OCR. We've got Amazon Kendra, which helps you build a knowledge base, and users can ask questions to it, and it actually fetches information from a knowledge base. We've got Lex, for chatbots, which is something that we have lots of experience on with Alexa and other devices. We've got services for personalization, for forecasting. If you're in the finance industry or you deal with payments, we've got a ready-to-use service to help you manage fraud. We've got the Amazon Fraud Detector that helps you do that. If you're a developer and you want, AI-based, AI-powered recommendations to improve your code, we've got Amazon Code Guru. And lastly, if you run a contact center on Amazon Connect, we've got Contact Lens, which helps you understand the sentiment of your callers. So we've got all these services ready to use. No training required, no fancy ML work required. It's just AI services that you can just use through an API or an SDK, and these are also available for you. So that's all we have time for today, but I just want to leave you with this. We've got lots of training on our website, lots of videos that help you understand SageMaker and our machine learning stack. We've also got the Machine Learning Solutions Lab, which is basically education as well as workshops from our professional services team that help you through the ideation process, identify opportunities in your business to use machine learning so that you can innovate. And we've got over 100 deployed machine learning engagements. Some of the customers you can see on the screen over there, and it's a tremendously good way to accelerate your journey of transformation. And with that, I want to thank you for your time. If you want to learn about machine learning on AWS, this is the site to go to, very simple, ml.aws. And with that, I'll now close. Thank you very much.